What is up, guys, and how's everybody doing? Welcome back to another Civic video. In today's video we are going to be putting on the axles that I didn't do in last video. I actually went out and got some axles, and I got some information for you guys that I didn't know until I started putting the axles in the rear on. But without further ado, let's get into it. Alright guys, so once again we are solo. No one stood. I mean, my friend Brian's here, but he's working in the front. Other than that, no one stood. These axles are for the front. These are trash now because I went and got some new axles. Just looking for a spot to put these in because we usually have bins for metal in the shop. So those garbage. All right, so see what we have here. Pretty sure this is the front, right front. Oh, slide away. This is the rear. For those people that are starting out on all-wheel drive and just want some information, got some good information about the rears for you guys. And driver's side front. All right, put the car in the air and I'll take off the tires. Alright guys, so now that we're up in the air, just want to show you guys something. I am going to put a picture up in the corner, show you guys what I am talking about once this video is made. So this is a passenger side axle. The driver's side axle is actually too long for back here. So like I said, I'll put a picture up there and I'll show you guys what the axle does. This is, if I'm not mistaken, this is an axle that has no ABS for the rear on the first gen CRV, and this axle is an ABS axle. I got this axle because I wanted to see if it would actually pull out the axle a little bit more so I can get more threads on the nut, because the splines are all the way in, but this axle does not have this. This is kind of there's a piece that's right here that doesn't allow it to go all the way in, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not 100% sure, so don't quote me on that. So what I did was, if this axle fits correctly, I'll just pop that one out over there and I'll order another one of these. So we're gonna try this and you guys are gonna help me. So that's what I learned. We had to get two passenger side axles. They just didn't tell me which side has to go where. But like I was saying, the front of that one has this. So instead of it being flat like this, so it doesn't allow it to go all the way in. But like I said, don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure. And got some new front axles because the other one, this one, both front axles, the input was fully popped out of its housing, so it was not allowing me to do anything as far as putting the axle in the trans. It was fine, and me going to put it in the hub, which I do have to replace, guys. Both front hubs have to be replaced. Just want to let you guys know. So that's another video that's gonna be done. So with that being said, let me go get the driver's side axle. You've taught it. All right. Cause I still feel retarded talking to myself. It's just a thing. All right, so we're gonna put the passenger side one in first, because this side was already torn apart from last time. So let's get it. All right guys, so I just had Brian, I said earlier, he's here, so not completely solo, but he's also on the clock. I'm not. So I'm just gonna put some blue grease in here like I did to this side, so it'll go in fine, and then I'll speed it up. Alright guys, so once again we are running into a little issue. So the ball joint, which also needs to be replaced, because I kind of swung a hammer at this and skipped it and hit straight ball joint. It is not going in at all now that the axle's in. It's sitting like right there. I don't know how perfect you guys can see it, but it is not going in at all, therefore causing this to not sit correctly. I'm getting a little frustrated about that, so I don't know what exactly. I think I'm just gonna hold it up there and see if I can make it work. Because coilovers will be getting changed. Coilovers will be getting changed. Just don't know when exactly. Still got the suspension on it is not bad for the moving of back and forth in and out the shop that I'm currently doing, and what it's going to be doing when it's driving. But other than that, coilovers do need to be changed because they're really old. But like I said, this is not, well, now that everything is stiff, because that U is back on. I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. Gotta figure that part out. But let's get started on the other side and put this other axle in. Alright guys, so this time on this side, I'm actually gonna put the nut on before I go whacking at it, so don't end up on this. And all this has to be changed in the front regardless, but the less I gotta change right now, the better. Just trying to get the car running. Alright, let's make this faster. Alright guys, now that we are out, I'm gonna see if we run into the same issue that we have over here, with the lower ball joint not wanting to go in to its home. First, let's sit that on my shoulder. Okay, make sure that's all the way in. Sorry about that, guys. Sure, that is all the way in. All right, that's in. Let's push this in. All right, that fit in pretty swell. Let's see if this fits in. Nope. Having the same issue as the passenger side over there. The ball joint just doesn't want to go in. I'm not 100% sure what is the cause of this. but all right, let me figure this out and I'll get back to you guys. Hey guys, and we are back. I don't know if the angle's perfect, but we're still gonna get it. So what I think is the issue are these. This car was rice as hell when I first got it, because I just bought a whole bunch of stuff without actually doing research. So the bolts on these are pretty rusted in there. So what I think is happening is, since the car had and still has a lot of camber, if I straighten this out a little bit, it'll pull the bottom side to the rear, allowing me to do what I did on this side. Even though, if I'm not mistaken, I believe this side had more camber. I just kind of forced this one in there, so it's pretty stiff now. But I'm going to soak these up in rust penetrant wherever I could find some. I'm pretty sure there's some on my toolbox, but I'll do that before I leave. But for now, let's get it in the back. All right, so now the back, what I learned on that side, I essentially have to take all of this apart once again in order to fit that axle in there. So 17, 15, because I got some other crap in there. 14. Not sure if we're gonna use the 1/2 inch, but it's here. Used it to pull the axle nuts in the front. 17. Are these 17s? Or are these 19s? Those are also 17s. Alright. Alright guys, let's get it. Alright guys, let's test this fit. When I did it on that side, I kind of did it with 2 people. But that was during the day before everybody left. So let's grease this baby up real quick. And I just want to let you guys know, everything in here does not have any fluids. So the diff has been drained, the trans has been drained, the motor obviously has nothing in it because it just got put together. Okay, so now let's see what the problem is here. Oh, crap. I'm pretty sure that has the same nub as that. All right. Let's see what's going on. Well, first, before we put this in and find out what's going on there, see how this reacts. Without counting the threads, I don't really know. But it kind of seems like it went in better on this side than it did on that side. I just don't know why this isn't going in correctly. Another issue. Never said it was gonna be easy. Oh, this side has this nub, if you guys can see, so I don't know why this one isn't really going in. Wonder if I gotta line it up again, like so. Out of here. All right. All right, guys, she is in. You know, a little bit finesse. What I think I'm gonna do Well, god damn it. I don't think I'm gonna do that at all. It actually pushed the other side out. So now, even a bigger problem. That's awesome. Oh. Aw, snap, guys. I think we got it. I think we got it. All right, so what I'll probably do is I will get another of these axles, because you see how it fits perfectly in here versus this one. So I get another passenger axle that is that has ABS. So I think I don't know, guys. I'd have to see what the guys say tomorrow, but it kind of looks the same to me. I'm not 100% sure, but it is in, and that is what I care about. I was looking at hold on, guys, let me get this in there. So S1 Builds, the guys I got the all-wheel drive kit, DIY kit from, for the trailing arms. They have arms. They have two sets of arms. One that's a billet casing, one that's billet that you essentially get a front strut for your rear, and it lifts it up and pulls it to the side. I'm not going to do that. I'm just gonna get, when I get the new coilovers for this car, they have a smaller one that just lifts it up and pulls it over just a bit, so I don't get the rubbing like I am going to be getting on either side. So that's a thing that's gonna go on possibly when I get the new coilovers. So look out for that. But other than that, she is all put together. Axle wise, still got to get the drive shaft. That's probably gonna come right after I get another axle for this side. So I think it's only the right thing to do. So with that being said, let's put this back together, and I'll see you guys in the end. All right, guys, she's all done. Axles are in. Like I said before, I am going to just get another ABS axle, passenger side ABS axle for there. The front is still being a pain, but like I said, also I'm gonna soak that in rust penetrant on both sides so we can see what's going on, see if we can loosen it up and give it some positive camber instead of negative, and see if that's the issue. I do have a problem right now with, it has a manual power steering rack. I am still in the search. I think I found somebody for the steering knuckle, so we stopped using the jack to push this back and forth so I can actually steer it. Drive shaft is next. Hopefully I get that cut this week, sometime next week. I'm not 100% sure. Once again, work is starting to finally pick up, so I'm gonna start seeing some more parts. I do have a surprise for you guys coming up soon. I'll let you guys know in the next video, or in the beginning I usually put my Instagram. You guys could usually find updates like that on my Instagram on the parts that I'm getting. But other than that, this is your boy. I'll see you in the next one.